Hey everybody, Mitch with Smedley Plumbing here, and today's question of the month in our little video series here is going to be, does root killer work? We get this question quite a bit as we're augering sewer lines. It's kind of a loaded question. They've got chemicals available at your local hardware stores and your local home improvement stores that advertise themselves to be root killers. You can put them down your toilet or flush them down your drain, and they will kill the tree roots that are getting into your sewer line. By definition, they do kill the roots. However, they don't necessarily work all that well at keeping your drain line flowing free and clear. Let me explain. Tree roots come into your sewer line from the top of the sewer line. Your sewer line's buried under the yard, the trees are above the sewer line, and as the roots grow down, they find their way into the joints of the sewer line and start growing in. And when they grow into that sewer line, they kind of form like a curtain that's growing from the top down. And only when those tree roots make it all the way to the bottom of the sewer line do they actually start to compromise the drain line flow. If we have a sample pipe here, picture tree roots growing in from the top, you're still open and draining very well, and then all of a sudden, once those tree roots make it all the way down to the bottom, now they start catching toilet paper and other waste that's going down the sewer line. What happens when you pour root killer down the drain line? What happens is the root killer flows right into the bottom of the pipe. It doesn't flow very well up on the top of the pipe. As those tree roots are growing down and the root killer becomes in contact with them, it will kill off the bottom of the roots, but it does not actually open flow and restore complete flow on your sewer line. It pretty much just keeps the bottom ½ inch open or so, anything that's going to be in contact with that. Now, some of the products that are out there, they're actually a foaming root killer. However, they still don't work all that well. If you look at the area of your sewer line, most sewer lines are 4 or 6 inch pipe. And if you look at that area of a sewer line and take that across 100 or 120 feet of sewer line, it would take an enormous amount of foam to get all the way to the end. The over-the-counter products, they just don't do very well. Even at a foaming root killer, they don't do very well at killing all of the roots in your line. The best things to do, have a plumber come out. We can manually cut those roots out of the line, rip them out of the line. We can also run cameras down the line and verify, is it just a simple root stoppage or do we have a much bigger problem? Did the roots actually crack the pipe and now we're worried about a collapse or anything like that? The over-the-counter root killer products, yes, by definition, they do kill roots. However, once we look at the nature of how a sewer pipe lays in the ground and where the water is in that pipe, they don't really do a good job of getting rid of the roots in your sewer line. So tune in next month and we'll have another question of the month, and we'll be able to deep dive into another fairly often question that we get asked and be able to explain all that for you.